What's up? It's your boy Kevin to turn on this motherfucking YouTube shit. Wow, what the fuck?
What's up? It's your boy Kevin to turn on YouTube shit. Amen, same man. We are Lit team that turn. Take the motherfucking day. Shooting outside, big crip in the gang, shooting outside shit. Free Palestine, free Congo, Russia, do your thing, and Texas stand the fuck up. Each day is a new day to be a better version of yourself. Never let somebody bring down, always fight back. Never let somebody tell you who you are, but also never put yourself in a position you belong. Let's stand the fuck up. Keep y'all first. Come to the Black Hebrews like we out here. Alright. Boom. Today, the motherfucking day, shooting outside, big crip in there. Gang shooting outside shit. Gang. Goes. Turn. And outside. Bruh. The internet has, you know what I'm saying, came into an interesting time. You dig what I'm saying? You know, we have seen a lot of people be successful in this internet, YouTube, just internet in general. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, as time goes, people come, people pass away, people are no more in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Crip. But, you know, we're looking at this one instant as far as Kid Behind the Camera, you know what I'm saying? Angry Grandpa YouTube series. They really big in the YouTube as far as the social media stat line, crip. But we finna see how the unexpected decline, crip, in this as this channel. You know, it's a good. I mean, when I was watching it, you know, I stopped watching it. You know, as soon as Angry Grandpa died, this shit was, you feel me, crip. But you know, we finna see how it have changed, bro, and it's kind of drastic. It's kind of crazy. But I mean, you still try to keep it on for, you feel me? But we got the video. Turn up. The most pathetic YouTube downfall ever. So we got Kid Behind the Camera, man. I don't know if y'all ever remember Angry Grandpa. That motherfucker died a long time ago, RIP. But there's a this is a video that popped up that I want to watch and shit.
In the face of a large, globally beloved YouTube channel passes away, the story often ends with the channel being quietly retired, a way for their family to preserve their loved one's legacy, allowing fans to remember them exactly as they were. Sometimes friends and family step forward to keep the creator's vision alive, crafting new content to honor and continue their work. Yet, after Charles Green, better known to millions as Angry Grandpa from the Angry Grandpa Show, sadly passed away in 2017, his son Michael Green, aka Kid Behind the Camera, chose a very different path. Instead of letting his father's memory rest, Michael began milking his name for views and money, shamelessly clickbaiting with his father's name, and even AI-generated images years after his death. Over time, doing every disgraceful thing imaginable.
He wants you home. Where's your wife? Where's your kids right now, dude? I'm hanging out with my friends. You're hanging out with two girls.
Where she disappeared?
In this room.
Well, at least I know the truth. The truth is out, folks. Yeah, you guys were right. Bridget was cheating. Smack the like button if you want me to.
Man, that bitch been doing everything under the blue moon, bitch.
Actually,
So whatever that means. You saw lights when he hit you? Yes. Did you pass out? Hurry. Please. They're on the way. They're already on the way.
tarnishing Angry Grandpa's legacy and stooping so low that even the show's most loyal oldest fans were in disbelief. Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we're diving into the shameless downfall of Kidbehinddacamera, how he destroyed the image of one of YouTube's oldest and most beloved channels, and how his hunger for money and attention dragged him not just to the depths of online infamy, but eventually behind bars. However, before diving into the downfall, let's take things back to where it all began. Angry Grandpa first appeared on the internet in 2007 when his son Michael recorded and uploaded a video of him having a furious meltdown after the family opened Christmas presents without him.
So I can really get you a present? No, man, because it's Christmas. I should do some of my grandson's open presents. Now, Josh, hold it now.
We couldn't afford
That
it.
ain't right, man.
We got you.
Hey, tell what your dream, man.
We got you a lighter.
I ain't never coming back to this house. You know what? You can all kiss my fat. I don't care. Good riddance.
This went viral almost instantly, racking up tens of thousands of
And you
views
know, if you were doing this in
overnight, riding the
2007,
momentum.
nigga,
Michael
bruh,
created
ain't
a
no
YouTube
damn
channel
way,
the same
bruh.
year, which was later suspended, but they didn't stop, and eventually relaunched with their current channel, The Angry Grandpa Show, on June 19th, 2010. The content was simple but wildly entertaining. It was primarily Michael recording his father's over-the-top, rage-filled reactions to everyday situations, screaming profanities, smashing objects, and destroying furniture.
You're not breaking the tablet. I hate this goddamn game. I'm a man. Man, I ain't about to get Andy Crunch. Stop it. Oh, what the that? You fat fuck! No! You
Some videos like Angry Grandpa Destroys PS4, The Walking Dead Prank, and Angry Grandpa Smashes HD TV ended up getting tens of millions of views, propelling the Angry Grandpa into mainstream levels of success. Apart from these meltdown videos, the channel also featured pranks, challenges, and vlogs with friends and family, all of which fans loved. This allowed the Angry Grandpa Show to amass 4.8 million subscribers and over 1.8 billion views over the years.
Insane.
On the back of that success, Michael launched his own channel, Kidbehinddacamera, in July 2011. This channel also reached the million subscriber milestone in less than 5 years, and eventually surpassed the 2 million mark not long after. Speaking of the 2 million mark, we are very close to 2 million subs, so please sub if you haven't already. But even at the peak of their fame, signs of Michael's disgusting, self-serving behavior were beginning to creep into the spotlight. One of the earliest and most obvious incidents that exposed Michael's exploitative approach to content was the Angry Grandpa's tattoo meltdown video. After hitting their first 1 million subscribers, Michael and Angry Grandpa agreed to celebrate the milestone by getting tattoos. Grandpa wanted a motorcycle design on his back, but Michael secretly told him to swap it for a
That shit
toxic
was
symbol
wild.
with the
I
words
seen
"My
this shit. This shit
things
was crazy.
written underneath.
Oh my god.
Is it alright?
I love it.
There it is, Dad, if you want to see it. What? I can't see.
Predictably, when Grandpa found out, he completely lost it.
What? My things! Oh man, is that what it says? Dad! Holy
Smashing things inside the tattoo parlor.
thing!
You told me to do it. You told me to do it.
Damn, bitch.
Dad, come on, man. Dad, come on.
You got to go. You got to go.
We're gonna call Go to get anybody you want to go. Man, baby. I'm gonna make I'll show you my God.
Even though the video ended up doing pretty well, gaining more than 6 million views, a significant number of the viewers expressed displeasure at the fact that Michael had crossed a line to provoke a viral reaction from his father. That tattoo was permanent, and removing it would have been a costly, painful process for the elderly grandpa. Michael went too far. This is my least favorite AGP video. Grandpa was so excited for the motorcycle, and Michael had to pull this cruel prank on him. I don't blame Grandpa for freaking out. The tattoo
I don't know why
porn
I don't know
showed
why
Michael's
he
complete
trusted
lack of empathy for those closest to
Michael
him,
anyway.
as well as his willingness to exploit them without a second thought if it meant getting the internet's attention. But sadly, the lengths Michael would go for content didn't stop with his father. Outside of the Angry Grandpa show and Kid Behind a Camera, Michael also ran additional channels, including one called Life with Mikey Show. On this channel, he dressed up as the fictional serial killer Michael Myers and terrorized his preschool-aged nephews on camera. In video after video, the children appeared visibly distressed, crying, cowering, and desperately trying to escape, while Michael, still in character, relentlessly chased and intimidated them for the camera. While these videos didn't provoke outrage at the time, they stand as yet another example of how Michael had no moral ceiling, and there was no depth of depravity he wouldn't sink to in pursuit of views and attention. Unfortunately, things only got worse after Angry Grandpa's passing on December 10th, 2017, as not even 24 hours after his father's death, Michael uploaded a video to his channel titled Rip Angry Grandpa.
Kidbehinddacamera here.
Bridge OS here.
And today, I've got to make a very unfortunate video.
The video we've always feared.
I've never wanted to make this video. Today, we lost Angry Grandpa.
The comments section was flooded with people mourning and sharing their love for Angry Grandpa, but despite the grief pouring in, the video still received over 14,000 dislikes. Many felt that posting and monetizing the video so quickly after his death was disrespectful. But to be fair, there's an argument to be made that any benefit of the doubt vanished the moment people looked into the video's description, because sitting right there was a link to an online store selling Rip Angry Grandpa merch. Not even a full day after losing his father, Michael had death-branded t-shirts ready and shamelessly linked to the very video announcing this devastating news to the world. He expressed no hesitation in profiting from the tragedy of the man who made his entire career, and when he was called out and asked about it years later in an interview with Boogie2988,
It hurts to talk about him. I get it, but some of the accusations, Michael, 48 hours after he dies, you have a t-shirt that says, "Rest in peace, Grandpa." Is that a real thing? Is that a real t-shirt you had?
Yeah, it's a
Michael claimed that he wasn't the one handling the merch, and that it was the work of a company called Broadband TV.
That's not me. I don't design the t-shirts. That was Broadband TV. Now, here's what happened. When Dad was dying, before he went to the hospital, he really wanted to do merchandise, and I did not want to do it. I never wanted to do it because I didn't think people would buy it. I always thought, for instance, when VidCon asked me to come do an autograph signing, I said no, because I don't want to be there and there's 3 people there to see me. It's embarrassing. So I didn't want to put out merchandise because nobody would buy it. It would be humiliating. And so a month before Dad went to the hospital, he was like, "Mike, let me run the merchandise. I'll take care of it, whatever." So I got him in touch with Broadband TV. They signed these contracts, and we were under contract to sell merchandise for Broadband TV. And Dad's sick in the hospital a month later.
But that justification stops making any sense when you consider that Michael was the one running and overseeing the entire channel. He could have easily told the company to hold off on sales until a respectful amount of time had passed. Instead, he let it happen, and in doing so, he proved that not even his own father's death could slow down his pursuit of views, clicks, and cash. And as shameless as that was, it was only the beginning of how far Michael was willing to go to milk his dead father for content. All these years, people came to the Angry Grandpa show and Michael's channel only for Angry Grandpa. He was the heart of the content, the reason they had built such a massive and devoted fan base. So naturally, after his passing, the channels had no real direction. Though Michael managed to keep the Angry Grandpa show limping along by occasionally posting old, unseen footage of his father.
So, what are you doing? You got so dark! What are you wearing?
There was little reason for viewers to keep watching, especially when the content offered nothing of real value.
You gonna catch this smoke? You gonna catch this smoke? Let's go to tennis.
Okay. If anything tomorrow. Michael, please stop. Honey, your heart can't take this.
So Michael turned to clickbait. He began plastering Angry Grandpa's name and image across thumbnails for videos that had little to nothing to do with him. Soon, it went beyond just exploiting his father's memory. Michael began openly lying about his personal life to bait clicks, such as posting a video titled "Rip Kim," referring to his older sister, only for it to show her very obviously faking going unconscious, with
Yeah, that's
Michael
kinda
and his
crazy.
wife Bridget delivering over-the-top reactions.
What?
Kim? Michael? I don't know.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know.
We need to find a phone. We need to call, 911. Wait, I got mine.
I got it.
No, I got mine.
Then do it. Call them.
Or when he posted a video claiming to sell their house because they were broke, which turned out to be just an argument over a real estate agent contacting them, followed by Bridget assuring him they had more than enough money.
I want to sell the house.
This happens every year. You're not selling our house because this happens every year.
We're gonna be broke, Bridget. Okay.
Michael, we're good.
Okay, we're not gonna be
When's
broke.
the last time you checked the bank? I check monthly. Honey, we're good.
These repeated staged stunts sparked frustration among longtime viewers, with comments stating, "Man, this is so depressing. I used to genuinely love Michael's vlogs. After Grandpa's passing, his downfall has been excruciating. I loved Angry Grandpa, but after his passing, Michael quickly became intolerable. But Michael didn't stop. If anything, he escalated further, posting titles like Grandpa's dream car was destroyed and Grandpa's ashes were stolen. Each one was a desperate attempt to squeeze every last click from his father's memory, because for Michael, all attention is good attention, even when it's pure hatred, with commenters stating, "When your own fans are giving you hate, you know you done goofed. What a disrespect to Angry Grandpa and his legacy. And how can you fake this? This is so sick." And despite all of the disgust and destruction of his reputation, Michael has shamelessly continued his behavior to this very day, to the point his channel has now become a rinse and repeat machine of fake cheating scandals, breakup announcements, and dramatic relationship ending thumbnails, all followed by business as usual in the very next upload. However, Michael's on-camera antics are only the tip of the iceberg. His many controversies surrounding his relationship with Bridget paint a far more disturbing picture, especially when it comes to how the two first met. In a video posted on November 17th, 2011, titled "How I Met Bridget," Michael told his audience that they first connected on MySpace in 2008.
So we met on MySpace. I saw her picture. I started talking to her. Told her she was pretty. She agreed to go out on a date with me.
And then casually went on to describe how they became intimate.
She's easy. Second date.
No.
Second date.
Alright, yeah.
Second date, we her. She gave me a up.
Man, I did.
And she swallowed.
While at a first glance, the story might seem like nothing more than an overshared and tasteless personal anecdote, the
Big got so
disgusting
big.
reality of this video came to light years later, when some viewers found out that Bridget was in fact around 15 in 2008, when she met the 21-year-old Michael. Unlike his clickbait backlash, however, the PDF file and grooming allegations were too massive for him to simply ignore. And according to him, Bridget lied about her age, telling him that she was 19 when they first met. He claims he didn't learn her real age until she turned 17, meaning they'd been together for nearly 2 years before he knew the truth.
But she told me she was 19, and I believed her because she was already driving and doing her own things and had her own money. I assumed what she was saying was true. And the bad part is, I didn't find out until her 17th birthday. So her mom comes out with a birthday cake, and everybody's happy birthday to you. Everybody's singing, I'm singing, and I look, and there's a big 17 on the cake. And I'm thinking, wait, that can't be true. She's turning 20. No, Bridget turned 17, and there was nothing I could do with it.
Later, he even released a video stating that many of the details he shared in the original How I Met Bridget video, including parts of their so-called first date, were fabricated.
A lot of you may have actually seen a video we put out about our first date. We should not have put that video out, you guys, because unfortunately, and I hate to admit it, a lot of that stuff was fake. Unfortunately, it's now being used against me. I wish I never made that video, but it's out there. Guys, no, I did not pull out my in a parking lot.
However, his repeated attempts to clarify have failed to convince the internet, as these grooming and PDF file allegations still stand today.
Did you spend 2 years of your life not realizing she's going to school, that she can't drive, that she has to have her parents to take her away?
Somebody tells you they're 18, I'm not going to go ahead. Can I see your ID? It's stupid.
I don't know what Bridget looked like when she was 15, but like I know what like my nieces looked like when they were 15, and they look drastically different from 15 versus 20.
Even though Bridget herself has publicly backed Michael's version of events, admitting she lied about her age and insisting he wasn't a predator.
So, 16 years ago, almost 17 years ago, I lied about my age. Okay, I had a crush on Michael, and I knew he was 21. And I knew he wouldn't date me if he knew I was 15. So I told him I was 18. That's my bad. And I don't regret it, but I am sad that he is getting all the backlash over it because it's genuinely not his fault. And it's just sad that he is being painted as what he's not. He's not. You know, there's real predators out there, and he is not one of them.
It's still hard to believe that a 21-year-old man could be oblivious to the fact that he was in a relationship with someone so young. The mental and emotional gap between a 15-year-old girl and an adult man is vast and unmistakable. And time again, Michael has failed to address these arguments convincingly.
How did you spend 2 years of your life not realizing she's going to school, that she can't drive, that she has to have her parents to take her away?
I've already said, I knew she was going to school when we started dating.
He found out she was 17 and stayed. He is definitely a predator. But the most recent turn in Michael's story would drag what's left of his reputation to an even darker place. On April 3rd, 2025, around 10 p.m. local time, the Somerville Police Department received a deeply disturbing 911 call.
Where are you at right now? Are you safe right now? Are you separated?
He went inside, but I'm outside. Oh, God.
It came from a woman in extreme distress, sobbing uncontrollably as she reported that a man had physically attacked her, hitting her in the face multiple times.
Alright, take it, hey.
The face so many times.
No! When you me, I saw lights, so whatever that means. You saw lights when he hit you?
Yes.
Did you pass out?
Now, please hurry. Please.
They're on the way. They're already on the way.
And while she was still on the call, the man allegedly began chasing her, sending her into further panic.
Did he go back in the house?
No, he's following me right now.
Okay. Which way are you walking?
Towards the road to Central.
Towards Central?
Yes.
Alright, they're coming. I'm just staying on the phone with you, okay? Let me know if he continues to follow you.
When the dispatcher asked for details, the woman identified herself as Bridget West, and the man she accused of hitting and pursuing her was none other than Michael.
What's his name?
His name is Michael Green.
Michael Green. What's your name?
Bridget West.
What West?
Yes.
Bridget West?
Stop talking to him on the phone, cop. Leave me alone.
Miss West, what's your first name?
Bridget.
The police officer rushed to the scene, and Michael was arrested at 10:36 p.m. under the charge of third-degree domestic violence. Apparently, the two had been drinking together earlier that night, but when Bridget confronted Michael about an alleged affair, things escalated, and Michael allegedly struck her in the face several times. For Michael's audience, the incident was nothing short of a bombshell. Even after years of shameless stunts and moral lows, this was a level of violence and depravity that shocked not only fans, but even his most vocal critics. I always thought Michael was a loser, but I never thought in a million years he would get this low. It's unbelievable that Michael went from dating a almost 16-year-old girl to beating up the mother of his children. Absolutely disgusting. Then, on July 28th, nearly 4 months after the arrest, Michael posted a new video on his YouTube channel. It mentioned the arrest in the title and had his mugshot as the thumbnail. Naturally, most viewers clicked expecting some kind of explanation, or, at the very least, clarity about what had happened that night. Instead, what they got only deepened their disappointment. To everyone's surprise, Michael and Bridget were together, casually filming a vlog.
Moment?
Yes.
Okay. If you were watching this video, it means that the charges against me were finally dropped.
I know, it's only been like 4 months.
It's going on 5.
Oh my God.
It's going on 5. It's like half the year.
You right? That's crazy.
His charges had been dropped, and Michael brushed the entire incident off as a harmless drunk mistake, insisting that he hadn't actually assaulted Bridget.
I was arrested for domestic violence, but I want to say right here, no, I did not do it. I am innocent. I did not lay my hands on Bridget. Unfortunately, it was the result of a terrible, embarrassing, drunken night that I'm still embarrassed. I am embarrassed.
That was humiliating.
Meanwhile, she stood in the background, giggling and agreeing with him the entire time.
I only said that because the cops were there, finally.
Right.
To save me.
This is not funny, okay?
But these statements directly contradicted what the internet had heard on that viral 911 call just weeks earlier. And with Michael now presenting a completely different version of events, the situation boiled down to 2 disturbing possibilities. Option 1, he had done exactly what he was charged with, but the two were downplaying it for the sake of continuing to vlog together, as it's their main source of income. And option 2, nothing had happened at all, and they had staged the entire ordeal purely for online attention and relevance, which, if true, would be even more reprehensible than anything Michael had done before. Regardless of which version was real, the reaction was the same. Viewers were disgusted. The complete and utter lack of dignity or honesty is actually kind of astounding. I heard the call. This is so disappointing, whether or not your story is true. For many, that video marked the point of no return. Whatever shred of respect Michael might have had left was gone. What a sad way to go out. Been watching since 2013, and I hate to say it, but I can't support this anymore. Years of exploitative, shameless behavior driven by greed, arrogance, and a complete lack of self-awareness have buried what was once a beloved YouTube legacy. The laughter, the pranks, and the raw, genuine moments that built one of YouTube's earliest fan communities are now overshadowed by Michael's endless stream of self-inflicted scandals. And in the process, he has reduced himself to a mere lolcow. What could have been a long and celebrated career built on honoring his father's memory has devolved into a spectacle sustained only by outrage and hate-watching.
Shout out to Vlad, the dark side end of Kid Behind the Camera, bro.
Buddy is calling the vlogs that I upload lately clickbait.
It's saying that you exploit your dad's death. 48 hours after he dies, you have a t-shirt that says, "Rest in peace, Grandpa." Is that a real thing? Is that a real t-shirt you had?
Yeah, it's a real. Why does everybody keep telling me that? I asked Jonathan, and he says he don't watch the videos because they're really bad.
The Angry Grandpa Show is probably one of the most loved video series in YouTube history. Pure chaos, raw emotion,
Shit was crazy.
real family drama that kept millions hooked since the channel's early days back in 2010. But after Angry Grandpa died in 2017, things changed fast. The once beloved channel took a dark turn, and his legacy is tarnished forever. The most shocking part? The person behind it all is none other than his own son, Michael Green, better known as Kidbehinddacamera, from exploiting his own father's death for views almost shamelessly.
It's saying that you exploit your dad's death. 48 hours after he dies, you have a t-shirt that says, "Rest in peace, Grandpa." Is that a real thing? Is that a real t-shirt you had?
Yeah, it's a real. That's not me. I don't design the t-shirts.
To clickbaiting nearly every video he uploads, then turning around and blaming it all on YouTube's algorithm.
There's a major problem on YouTube where you have to clickbait, and if you don't clickbait, viewership is going to drop and interaction drops and everything. I don't want to have to clickbait. I wish YouTube wasn't the platform that it is now where I have to clickbait every video. I don't want to do that, man.
Michael's antics are as baffling as they are deranged, but even that barely scratches the surface, because behind all the internet clout chasing lies something far more disturbing. Serious accusations of domestic violence, awful parenting, and a pattern of using everyone around him for clout without the slightest hint of shame. To give you some context, Michael is the youngest son of Charles Green, also known as Angry Grandpa. While their official YouTube journey began in June 2010, they had actually been making videos even earlier, posting a few clips back in 2007 on a site called Break.com, which was popular at the time for viral content.
Exactly over. We posted it on the internet.
You did what? Posted it on Break.com. This is a real popular website.
I've never heard of it.
What, 200 people see it?
Actually, it was close to 600,000 people.
What? Are you fucking...
Y'all heard of Break.com?
Traction. And before long,
True.
Michael and Angry Grandpa were uploading regularly. Michael handled the filming, editing, and everything behind the scenes, which is exactly how he earned the name Kid Behind a Camera.
What? We're flying to Philadelphia! Oh, hell no! That's hell no! No!
And at first, things were going smoothly, but it didn't take long for cracks to show, because even in those early days, Michael's unhinged site was already creeping in. On April 18th, 2015, they uploaded a video titled Angry Grandpa's Tattoo Meltdown. At first glance, it looked like the usual Angry Grandpa content, Michael pulling a prank to get one of his dad's signature outbursts. But this time, it went too far. Michael and his girlfriend Bridget tricked Angry Grandpa into getting a tattoo, one that was deliberately stupid and humiliating. And what did it say?
We were all choosing each other's tattoos. He thinks he's getting a motorcycle. Not on my watch. You're getting a biohazard that says my ass stinks.
That's right.
You don't want Tim to treat him like shit.
He's definitely an old He's gonna treat it like one.
Yeah, that's fucked
Angry
up.
Grandpa originally went there expecting to get a motorcycle tattoo, something meaningful to him, since he was a huge fan of bikes. In fact, there are multiple old videos where he talks about how much he regrets never owning one.
I freaking love that noise.
I love the bike, man. I love your bike.
The whole time he think he about to hit a
Michael
bike,
exploited his
bitch.
father's love for motorcycles to lure him into the tattoo shop, only to blindside him with that ridiculous design. And what makes it even worse is that these weren't fake or temporary tattoos. They were real. Angry Grandpa was stuck with them for the rest of his life unless he opted for laser removal, which, given his age and health, could have led to serious complications.
Oh man, I think just farted, bro.
Oh, you did.
Insane.
Check out my goddamn bike.
So, as you'd expect, Angry Grandpa completely lost it after seeing what the tattoo actually said. He flew into a rage and started smashing things inside the shop, one of them being an electric guitar that happened to be right in front of him.
What? My ass stinks! Oh man, is that what it is? Dad! Holy shit! He's on. You will me, mother. What do you mean my ass stinks?
You told
What do you mean my
me
ass?
to do it. You told me to do it.
As if Michael's stunt wasn't bad enough, Bridget made it even worse by yelling that Angry Grandpa should be the one to pay for the damage, which is just beyond comprehension, because not only was the whole thing Michael's fault, but anyone who knows AGP knows he had a short fuse and was known for breaking things when provoked. And in this case, he had every reason to be furious.
Sorry, dude. Bridget, we need to give him 250.
That's crazy, man. Your dad's man.
I think your dad should replace it. Why should we do it?
But Angry Grandpa wasn't the only one furious about this prank. The viewers were too. The comment section exploded with backlash, slamming Michael for pulling such a reckless stunt. But if you thought that was rock bottom, think again. The very next day, Mike uploaded an aftermath vlog, blatantly milking the clout he got from the chaos. Instead of addressing the backlash or easing concerns by saying the tattoo was fake, he went even further, doubling down.
Shit, that motherfucker getting thousands shit. He
According
getting
to him,
racks. He don't give
the
a fuck.
tattoo was permanent, the guitar Grandpa smashed was genuine, and none of it was staged. No clarification, no remorse, just a full commitment to the bit.
Angry Grandpa's fake because you switched the guitar. That's right. If you watch the first video, you'll see behind me when I'm getting my tattoo, it is a blue and white guitar. And when Grandpa's getting his tattoo, it's a black and white guitar. It's a conspiracy. This is your proof that it's fake. Unfortunately, not. The other thing that I was getting, I don't think Grandpa even got a tattoo. How come we didn't see him putting gel on it? How come we never saw the tattoo? Well, now you're about to. Because that's what the point of this is. A lot of people were getting mad at me because the video was so short, but I had to tell a story. And the story was just
He's in pain, tattoo, he's pissed off.
And after this whole tattoo stunt, Grandpa straight up disowned Mike and ghosted him for months. Even when Michael tried to reach out, their conversations usually turned into arguments, a clear sign that Grandpa was genuinely hurt by what happened. This wasn't just a prank gone too far, it fractured their relationship in a way that couldn't be brushed off.
You fucking hear me? I'm your goddamn daddy! Shut up!
But he yelling all up in her fucking ear. She just sitting there taking
I'm
it.
gonna bust your goddamn fat ass!
Insane.
It's coming up! One way or the motherfucking other! Get out!
And this moment was just one of many early signs that Michael was willing to cross any line for views. It showed a level of desperation that would only become more obvious after Angry Grandpa's death on December 10th, 2017. Just 48 hours after his father passed, Michael launched merchandise under Angry Grandpa's name, profiting off the grief while fans were still mourning. It was shameless, exploitative, and deeply disturbing. Instead of honoring his father's legacy, Michael used it as a quick cash grab for clout and money.
Some of the accusations, Michael, like 48 hours after he dies, you have a t-shirt that says, "Rest in peace, Grandpa." Is that a real thing? Is that a real t-shirt you have?
Yeah, it's a real...
But what's even worse is that on the very day that Angry Grandpa died, Michael uploaded a video announcing his father's passing, and unbelievably, he put an ad before it. That alone rubbed many fans the wrong way. But it didn't stop there. In the video, Michael said people were probably going to make fun of him for crying. And when you really unpack his tone, it almost felt like he was more worried about how he looked on camera than the fact that his father had just died hours earlier. The entire thing came off less like a heartfelt tribute and more like calculated damage control.
Maybe I shouldn't be filming this right now, because it just happened, but I respect him too much to hide how I feel from the internet. People are going to make fun of me for crying, and that's okay. I'll take it.
But everything we've seen so far doesn't fully expose how far he was willing to go. That changes drastically in the months following Angry Grandpa's death, because this is when Michael began exploiting his father's passing almost shamelessly, using it as fuel to keep the views and money coming in. He started uploading more and more unseen footage on the Angry Grandpa channel, and to be fair, at first fans welcomed it. People genuinely missed AGP and appreciated getting to see unreleased moments. Most of the videos even matched the quality and vibe of the channel's earlier days, like the ones shown here.
Can you say that nothing's different, that we should pick up the pieces? Somebody ought to come along and let you down. If you still wanted to be loved, you should have never let me go.
The problem is, Michael started using some of these videos in a misleading way, editing them to make it seem like Angry Grandpa had made the entire video himself. He'd throw in a clip of AGP at the beginning, then immediately cut to his own unrelated content, without ever clarifying that the footage of Grandpa was old. One clear example is when Michael used a clip of them cooking together, telling viewers to like the video if they wanted to see more, only to follow it up with completely unrelated footage that had nothing to do with Grandpa. It felt manipulative, like he was using AGP's image as bait just to boost engagement. It's ingenuous because Michael was clearly using old clips of Angry Grandpa as a hook to reel viewers into videos that had nothing to do with him. In fact, this might explain why, to this day, some people in the comments still think Grandpa is alive or are only just finding out he passed, despite it being nearly a decade ago. But Michael's exploitation didn't stop there. It escalated. Just 3 weeks after his father's death, he uploaded a video on the Angry Grandpa channel about the Logan Paul controversy. And to make it worse, he framed it as what AGP would have said about the situation.
I want to get this right off the bat. I like Logan Paul. I'm a fan of his work. I think he's entertaining. I think he's a good-looking guy. I think he's funny. He's got a great view.
It wasn't just tone deaf, it was shameless. There was no legitimate reason to bring up Logan Paul at that moment, especially on a memorialized channel, unless the goal was to write a trending topic for a few thousand extra views and squeeze out a little more ad revenue. And for Michael, that seemed to be enough of a reason. Even after all these years now, Michael's still using Angry Grandpa's community tab to shamelessly plug his own videos, and longtime Angry Grandpa fans didn't take kindly to it. Under nearly every community post where Michael plugged his own videos, the comment section was filled with reactions like this. I have never seen someone make themselves
Michael did
so utterly insufferable.
create the fucking
Everything
channel.
went to when AGP died. Another person even saying, "You destroyed absolutely every shred of dignity, respect, and credibility you and your family built." But even after all the backlash and reality checks, Michael didn't stop. If anything, he doubled down. He began posting clickbait videos using AI-generated images of angry grandpa in the thumbnails, even when the content had nothing to do with him. One video, for example, was titled 16 Years Later, and featured Michael looking somber next to an AI image of angry grandpa. But the actual video? It was just about Michael and Bridget's 16-year anniversary. Nothing more. Viewers were so disappointed by Michael's antics that the entire comment section turned into a call-out fest. People weren't fooled. Every comment was slamming him for using his late father's image in such a manipulative way. It was clear they had enough of the clickbait and the disrespect. They had enough of the clickbait and the disrespect. As if things weren't already unhinged, the clickbait only got worse from here. One of the most overused and recycled tactics on Michael's channel became the fake breakup storyline. If you scroll through his uploads, you'll see dozens upon dozens of videos with nearly identical titles claiming that he and Bridget were breaking up, or had already broken up. Spoiler, they never did. It got so ridiculous that in one of these so-called cheating videos, Michael literally said he would actually break up with Bridget for real if the video got enough likes. That's how far he was willing to go. To turn his relationship into a running joke, just for engagement.
Bridget was cheating. Smack the like button if you want me to break up with her, and I mean actually, and if she went too far.
And if you're unfortunate enough to watch one of these videos, it becomes crystal clear just how low effort and ridiculous they really are. The acting is laughably bad, the drama is forced, and the entire thing feels like a lazy attempt to bait clicks. It's not just fake, it's insulting to anyone still watching in good faith.
What's going on, you guys? Kid behind the camera here, and I'm single. You don't have to worry about that whole Bridget West here thing anymore.
No, yeah, guys, we're freaking single, and I'm thrilled.
I am so thrilled.
I'm so happy. Oh my god, who's my next boyfriend gonna be?
Stop saying that. You're gonna make me mad.
Are we gonna play Fortnite together?
No, you're not.
Are we?
But even with all this, Michael still wrote in the comments saying this. First, this is not clickbait. We really are taking a break. I don't know what is about to happen, but I love you guys, and I'm so sorry that you have to see me at my worst like this. Shamelessly doubling down on his lies. And when you really think about it, it's obvious what he's doing. If viewers believe the video is real, and not just another stage act, they're more likely to watch it all the way through, comment, and boost engagement. But it's clear as day. This is just another clickbait trap. And it doesn't stop there. Just like the fake breakup videos, Michael also loves to clickbait about being broke. In this video, Michael claims that he is going to sell his house because he is so broke.
That's what they're saying we are. Give me the card, bro.
No.
I want to sell the house.
This happens every year. You're not selling our house because this happens every year.
We're gonna be broke, Bridget, okay?
Michael, we're good.
But the problem is, just a few minutes after Michael claimed they were broke, Bridget casually revealed that they're actually doing just fine financially. In fact, really good, which completely exposes the title for what it is. A flat-out lie.
Yeah, we're good. If YouTube doesn't fix it, we're still good. We're good. We have a lot of money. Loads of
I don't want to talk about money. Nobody likes hearing about it.
And it doesn't stop there. The video quickly shifts from the supposed financial struggles to them buying things that no genuinely broke person would even consider, let alone someone claiming they've hit rock bottom. The whole thing is just another manufactured crisis for clicks.
Oh.
If we can find the house in Trailwood, I promise you, we would own it immediately.
I
I'm
know.
telling you. I don't know how we find it. Maybe there's like a VIN number or like some kind of account record. I don't know, but I want to find that house and I want to own it.
But even after all the backlash, Michael still refuses to take any real accountability. When Boogie2988 confronted him about it in an interview, Michael brushed it off by saying, YouTube rewards clickbait.
There's a major problem on YouTube where you have to clickbait, and if you don't clickbait, viewership is going to drop and interaction drops and everything. I don't want to have to clickbait. I wish YouTube wasn't the platform that it is now where I have to clickbait every video. I don't want to do that, man.
But that excuse falls apart quickly. There are plenty of videos on the Kidbehinddacamera channel that didn't rely on clickbait and still pulled in solid views. The difference? Those videos had actual substance. They were well made, engaging, and worth watching. Michael knew they didn't need flashy titles because the content spoke for itself, so the fact that nearly every video he puts out now is pure clickbait says a lot. He's well aware the quality has dropped, and the only way to drive traffic is by manipulating the title and thumbnail. And even worse, when people on Twitter called him out, Michael acted rude and said this: "I don't care what they think. They can and should leave," which is incredibly telling. These weren't random trolls. These were longtime fans, the very people responsible for his career. And instead of being grateful, instead of responding with even a shred of humility, Michael dismissed them completely. No apology, no accountability. Just more arrogance from a creator who seems to care more about numbers than the community that built him. But just when you think Michael couldn't possibly sink any lower, he pulls something even more bizarre. In a video that left many fans stunned, Michael kissed another famous YouTuber, Boogie2988, on the lips right on camera for the whole world to see. Boogie2988 is one of YouTube's earliest success stories, a creator who blew up in the platform's early days. And he's been connected to Michael since as far back as 2011.
Special little surprise for you. This is my good friend Michael, Kidbehinddacamera here on YouTube. You also may know him from the Angry Grandpa Show, which is how we got to know each other. Jeez, how long has that been, Michael? How long have we known each other? 4
I
or
think
5?
2011.
2000. When? 2011, right?
But yeah.
A lot of people don't know this.
From that point on, the two were seen as YouTube's inseparable duo, constantly collaborating and appearing in each other's videos more than almost any other pair on the platform. But just like Michael, Boogie has had his fair share of controversies, and in his case, many of them are far darker and more disturbing. One of the most alarming accusations involved his girlfriend being significantly younger than him. She was 20, while Boogie was 50. The dynamic was deeply unsettling, and people didn't hold back their criticism.
Emotionally, you can be an extremely difficult person and can bring a lot of baggage into another partner's life. Do you think that it's fair to do that to a 19-year-old? Do you not see the predatory nature of dating a 19-year-old as a middle-aged man?
Yet through all of this, the one person who stood by Boogie was Michael.
Man, these hoes gonna be
He was on the
whores.
Kidbehinddacamera channel
That's
that
a
Boogie's new
fact.
girlfriend was
These
first
hoes gonna
publicly
fuck
revealed,
anything, man.
even before anyone else had
You know, these
seen her.
females, man.
And despite Boogie openly admitting to many of the accusations against himself, including being labeled an alleged predator, Michael never distanced himself. Instead, he continued to collaborate with Boogie without hesitation. But even during these collabs, Michael couldn't help but be a menace. In one video, he deliberately flushed Boogie's medication down the toilet and then tried to pass it off as an accident. It clearly wasn't.
I was checking out Boogie's bathroom. I wanted to see what kind of man. I just poured his pills down the sink.
Beyond these petty stunts, their dynamic often felt strange, almost like a parody of a romantic relationship. And that blurred line turned even more disturbing when Boogie, on camera, kissed Michael full on the lips with no shame whatsoever.
Don't worry, champ.
What makes this even more disturbing is that Michael has young children who will one day grow up and see this vile behavior from their own father. But instead of showing even a hint of embarrassment or regret, Michael did what he always does, he doubled down. Rather than brushing the kiss off as a lapse in judgment or acknowledging how wildly inappropriate it was,
Niggas kiss that
he
nigga on
uploaded
lips.
a full video titled "I Cheated on Bridget," playing it off like some kind of bold, heroic confession.
The video you and I made said I cheated on Bridget, which is technically true because you and I kissed. It's true. We're not having sex. Bridget's not mad. Well, still, kissing somebody is cheating, is it not? I get that, but my question is, why do you do that? What's the point?
He sat there on camera, telling the story like it was a moment of bravery, as if kissing another man in front of millions, while being in a long-term relationship and having kids, was something to celebrate. It was bizarre, not because of who he kissed, but because of the sheer lack of self-awareness. Instead of taking responsibility or clarifying boundaries, he turned it into content. And that's what makes this even more unsettling. It forces you to seriously question the dynamics of his relationship with Bridget. Is any of it genuine? Or has the obsession with views blurred every line between reality and performance? Either way, Michael's behavior crossed the line from weird to downright unhinged, and he didn't seem to care. But somehow Michael managed to outdo himself. In yet another bizarre video, he recorded his longtime partner Bridget kissing another woman on camera, in their own house, and then casually uploaded it for the world to see.
And she made out with her in front of me.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I agree.
She was a lot of fun for you. I got nothing. Okay? That was a whole blast.
See?
Though not much is known about her, Kyla first appeared in one of Michael's vlog videos titled Bridget's Obsessed Fan, where she randomly shows up at their house, uninvited, claiming she's a huge fan of Bridget.
Hello?
Hey, I'm really sorry about the mask thing. I thought it would be okay. I've been fully vaccinated since my birthday. It's been about 6 months now.
Who are you? I'm sorry. We're not... Listen, we appreciate the support. I'm glad you're, like, a big fan of us and stuff. But, like, I recognize this girl. Kyrie.
Twitter!
Kyrie. follow her on Twitter. It's Kyrie.
It's Kyla.
Now, I'm telling you this is the storyline of the vlog, but the truth is, the acting is painfully shallow, the setup is unbelievably dumb, and it becomes obvious almost instantly that Kyla already knew Michael and Bridget long before that video was ever filmed. But things got weirder from there. In the next round of videos, the storyline shifted into Kyla and Bridget secretly dating behind Michael's back. Again, it is a fake. But here's the real problem. The content started getting sexual. Bridget and Kyla began acting intimately on camera, flirting, and even appearing in bed together while Michael was the one filming it.
Okay.
No, I'm calling the...
Upstairs, cheater.
I'm calling the cops, and your girlfriend is going... Can I watch?
Can you get out? That's disgusting. Get out.
But here's the even weirder part. Throughout the entire video, Michael seemed desperate to insert himself into whatever was going on between Bridget and Kyla. At one point, he even asked to join them for a threesome, to which they said no.
I'm getting you a plane ticket. You can go. I'm not facilitating this, cheating scandal anymore. Okay, I've had enough.
It's not cheating. Why are you so mad?
Can I join?
That's the second time you've asked me that, dude. No, just get out.
Whether the video was staged or not doesn't really matter. At this point, what matters is how disturbingly eager he was to involve himself while his own partner was engaging in behavior with someone else. All on camera. It's a clear reflection of just how far Michael's willing to go, blurring every boundary, sacrificing self-respect and dignity, all for a few extra clicks and a little more ad revenue. And the most alarming part? They did all this in a house where Michael's own children were present, one of whom was under 1 year old and another under 3. At no point did Michael show concern about what his children might see, or how this could affect them. It wasn't about boundaries or responsibility or even decency, it was about attention, controversy, and monetization. The fact that he allowed, enabled, and filmed this kind of behavior around his kids, just to stir up drama for views, is beyond reckless. But if you thought this was the peak of Michael's disturbing behavior, think again. The rabbit hole goes way deeper and darker than anything we've covered so far. And what comes next makes everything before it look almost tame by comparison. In July of 2025, everything spiraled into something truly horrifying. A leaked 911 call sent shockwaves through the community, and it wasn't just some scandal or stage drama either. It was real, raw, and terrifying. The voice on the line was Bridget, completely panicked, running down the street in fear as she called for help.
Did he go back in the house?
No, he's following me right now.
Okay. Which way are you walking?
Towards the f***ing road to Central.
Towards Central?
Yes.
Alright, they're coming. I'm just staying on the phone with you, okay? Let me know if he continues to follow you.
Stop talking to me! God damn it, stop! No, stop! Stop!
She said Michael had assaulted her so violently that she saw light. She didn't even know if he was holding a weapon. That's how hard he came at her.
Does he have any weapons?
No.
Okay. Has anybody been drinking?
Yeah, we both are.
Okay. Do you need EMS?
I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. When he hit me, it's all white.
And if that wasn't disturbing enough, the call captures Bridget crying, begging, pleading with Michael, who was allegedly chasing her to stop and leave her alone. You could literally hear her running, sobbing, and trying to escape.
She big as hell, so
And then finally the sirens came. The police arrived and arrested Michael on the spot for domestic violence.
Let me know when you see my officer, okay?
He's right here.
He's with you?
Yeah, he pulled up.
Okay, I want you to go talk to him, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
And remember, this is just what got leaked. Accidentally. Unknowingly. So the real question is, what else has been happening behind the scenes? What's been going on off camera, the things we never got to see? Because if this is what slipped through the cracks, it makes you wonder just how deep this darkness really goes. And to make it worse, Michael's own sister Jennifer confirmed how messed up the household really is, saying it wasn't surprising at all, and that this kind of behavior from Michael is actually common.
When they both get drunk, they both get mouthy. So he probably pushed her and she called the cops. Like father, like son, huh? You turned into him the like that. Did I really say that I'm sorry, guys. Dad really was abusive.
But as if things weren't already chaotic enough, the official police report from that day came out, and it mentioned the kids. They were in the house while Michael assaulted Bridget. That detail alone takes this to a whole new level of disturbing. Despite the clear evidence laid out in the police report, both Michael and Bridget kept trying to brush the incident off, giving conflicting explanations every time they spoke about it. Then their neighbor Tina, who's already notorious from the Angry Grandpa videos for stirring up drama, hopped on camera claiming the kids weren't even there, saying they were at Bridget's mom's house during the whole thing.
They said, oh, she was screaming, she seen lights. No, she didn't. No, she did not. And her kids were with her mother. They weren't even home that night, you stupid. That's one thing I can say about them. If they drink.
But even without the police report, that claim falls apart fast. Bridget herself commented under a Twitter post admitting the kids were at home, just sleeping and didn't see anything, which frankly doesn't make sense. The entire narrative kept shifting and none of it added up. Naturally, this raised a lot of eyebrows, not just about the incident itself, but about their parenting as a whole. And honestly, this wasn't the first time people questioned if they were even remotely fit to raise kids. But it gets even worse. When fans asked Bridget about what really happened that night, instead of simply defending Michael, something you might expect from someone trying to protect their partner, she lashed out. She responded with, "This was 4 months ago, and honestly, if you are that concerned, do something about it. My kids were upstairs watching TV and going to bed for the night, but please go ahead and paint this accusatory weird picture. Absolutely nobody cares." That alone showed a complete lack of accountability, empathy, or concern, not just for herself, but for the people who genuinely cared about her well-being. And sadly, this wasn't the only time Michael was caught on camera being abusive. Michael has an old YouTube channel dating back to 2011, where he used to dress up and act like Michael Myers for comedy content. At first, he tried scaring adults, but when that didn't get him the attention he wanted, he pivoted to something far more disturbing, targeting kids instead. And not just any kids, his own nephews, all for shock value. But these weren't just playful Halloween jokes. The kids looked uncomfortable and distressed, running off while Michael chased after them in costume. It wasn't funny, it was abuse dressed up as content. What's worse is that even after their mother, Michael's own sister, begged him to stop filming because the kids were crying every single day, he kept going. He doubled down, like he always does. And sure, maybe the kids thought it was fun at first, or maybe they even asked him to play along at one point. But there's a massive difference between lighthearted joking and leaving a child feeling overwhelmed or upset. And Michael clearly crossed a line. At one point, he used a Halloween prop to startle one of the boys. The child clearly believed the situation was real, and that moment wasn't just a bad joke. It was a disturbing glimpse into his abusive tendencies. This wasn't a one-time slip-up or some misunderstood prank either. It was part of a clear pattern, pushing boundaries, ignoring consent, and causing real fear, all for the sake of a few views. And honestly, this could explain why his sister Jennifer still sees Michael as an abusive person to this day. She's witnessed it firsthand on and off camera, but in a shocking twist, it seems this behavior might run deeper than just Michael. Because the truth is, Angry Grandpa wasn't exactly a saint before YouTube fame either. Behind the screaming and the viral meltdowns, there are clear signs that Charles Green, the man fans loved, had his own dark side, long before the cameras ever started rolling.
Exactly. That's funny. We posted it on the internet.
You did what?
Posted it on Break.com. It's just a real popular website.
So I get what? 200 people see it?
Actually, there's close to 600,000 people.
What? Are you all fucking me? Fuck this shit.
It's crazy. Angry Grandpa looked the same back then as he did before he was about to die. Kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
grandchildren homophobic, claiming the kid is going to grow up to be a homosexual.
I'm queer. He ain't queer. He ain't queer.
And this isn't just uncomfortable, it's horrifying. Sure, a grandparent might have their own ideas about how to raise a child, and that's their right to an extent, as long as the actual parents are on board. But this crosses every possible line. There's no justification in the world for treating a toddler like that, no matter what your personal beliefs are. Speaking harshly to and putting a very young child in stressful situations, especially when far too young to even understand those kinds of topics, isn't just poor parenting. It's deeply harmful, plain and simple. But this toxic behavior didn't just stop there, it echoed throughout the entire family. And one of the most horrifying reflections of that legacy is Michael's older brother, Charlie, better known online as Charlie Chill. Charlie is his own rabbit hole, a walking cautionary tale so dark it could fill an entire documentary by itself. But even in the long list of Charlie's unhinged, destructive, and abusive behavior, there's one story that stands out as downright sickening. At one point, Charlie brought a group of his friends over to a house where Jennifer was staying, and instead of protecting his sister, he let his friends S.A. her. And if that wasn't evil enough, Charlie then joined in.
That Charles and one of his friends forced themselves onto both of my sisters. Hey, I won't put this up, Jennifer, if you don't want me to.
No one acts so fucked up.
Do you want me to put this up or not? Because I won't.
Why would you do that, Charlie? I always looked up to you. You were my best friend.
That's all right. Just relax.
There's no excuse, no context, no spin that can make this anything other than pure predatory abuse. And it leaves behind a chilling truth: this family has been plagued by generational violence, dysfunction, and deeply rooted trauma for years. In the end, Michael Green wasn't just the man behind the camera, he became the face of a legacy that unraveled in the worst possible way. What started as documenting chaos turned into creating it, and over time the thirst for views, drama, and control overshadowed everything else: family, boundaries, even basic decency. He blurred the line between reality and content so many times that eventually there was no line left at all. And while some still try to defend it as just entertainment, the damage speaks for itself. And the scariest part? This is just what he felt comfortable sharing online. Who really knows what has been going on behind the scenes all this time?
That's the real talk.
From
Alright, bet. So like I said, bruh, it's like, bruh, as soon as the old dude died, bruh, you know, the drama gotta be focused on somebody. You feel what I'm saying, Crip, nigga? So it's like, I feel like a lot of that aggression, you feel me? You know, it used to be targeted to like a situation to where they could kind of release that, because there was a lot of destruction. A lot of destruction in that cribbo. A lot of destruction. But as shit goes on, you know, motherfuckers, you know, keep them habits. And unfortunately, you know, shit comes to where, you know, they gotta do what they do. You Crip, you feel me? But like I said, man, the internet game is forever evolving and changing. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta always get better as time pursues and goes on. You know what I'm saying? Cause life, you know, it changes and scenery changes. But you know, you want to get that same wholesome type of vibe, but also energetic evolution type of vibe. But I feel like this is, they got their own shit that they got going, and as long as it keeps what they doing alive, I guess it is what it is. Crip. But we out this bitch. Hood, Northside. Big Crip in the gang. Northside shit. Gang.
Hey, Dad, you know, dog, when we link up, dog, this shit be legendary. You know this is instrumental, you the engineer on it, so Kodak everywhere.